Hello, everybody, and welcome to the GSA Twitch.tv/Speedrun 70-star tournament. Round one, we have Super Viper versus JJ, and we are officially sponsored here. Tournament brought to you by Vi.gg. So, go to their website, Vi.gg, if you want to bet on some of that speedrun love and action. Make sure you do it legally, of course. We definitely support responsible betting, but
Yes.
betting nonetheless. Pretty exciting.
It's
And
pretty
today,
awesome.
yeah, today, as you've been hearing, I have Thera with me on commentary. How you doing, bub?
Hello. Doing wonderful. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I had an excellent Thanksgiving. I think we ate like 14 things of Taco Bell, the number two.
Wait, are you
That
serious? You
yes,
had
absolutely.
Taco Bell for Thanksgiving?
A Taco Bell Thanksgiving because I had to work. But, we acted like it was turkey. It's okay.
I mean, you could probably pretend that they're mixtures or any kind of meat. Like
Just
no one's
close
really
your
sure.
eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like Neverland. But
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 yeah,
yeah,
anyway, back to Super Mario 64, right?
right? So I don't know if you knew this as well, but Vi.gg actually offers a special that's going for GSA right now. So if you click that panel in the bottom, go ahead and click that, check it out. I believe they're doing a special for GSA as well. So pretty cool. They're sponsoring all of these events, and it is super hype.
Yeah. What are you doing, guys? Go sign up now. And
Seriously,
and whatever.
Old
and
enough,
and
thank you
whatever.
very much.
Okay,
Not
now,
old enough for that.
Well, we got two really awesome runners here tonight. I know Super Viper currently has a 49.51, 41st place on the leaderboards, going up against JJ in this Group F matchup.
yeah, JJ, young prodigy. We saw him
Yo.
in plenty of other events too. We saw him in nonstop 70-star, pretty good there. Saw him in some bingo love in action as well. JJ, how you feeling about this?
Feeling alright. Been playing a lot of SMS and not a lot of SM64 lately.
Yeah,
I
I've
did
seen you and like Ouija on the SMS lately.
yeah. I did one DRS run before this. I know Super Viper did as well. Got like a mid to low 51, which kind of what I was expecting. Because that's like around my PB range. So hopefully I can just play like that and pray that Viper has an inconsistent run or something.
Right. Now, Viper, what do you feel about this particular grouping that you guys are in? You kind of have some powerhouses you'll be going up against shortly.
Zion, I don't remember what his 70 PB is, but
He's like a 52, I think.
Too worried about that. Sigo, Sigo definitely is better than me. Plus, he's on Imu, so he has an advantage. But also, he hasn't been playing the game a lot recently, so I have a feeling his consistency is going to suffer from that.
Yeah, I feel that.
His consistency just kind of suffers in general, which is obviously, if you've seen me in past tournaments, you know that's kind of my struggle. And that's again from this tourney, only go for strats that I feel like actually comfortable with.
Yeah, that's a good race strat. And
really the ultimate strat I'm kind of
from you.
But for sure, I know that you guys are looking forward to this being in this group. We're really looking forward to you guys' run. Come show us what you got. We're really excited to see it.
The only strat I'm not really worried about any strats in particular. The one strat I'm iffy about going for is going to be wet dry roll TJ wall kick. I'm just hoping that if I do make some sort of mistake, that I can just brush it off and not get horribly tilted.
That's the name of the game in speedrunning, period. We know those simple mistakes can kind of affect you. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen, and we're looking forward to seeing what you got.
All right.
Yeah, see you guys soon.
Now, I don't know if the viewers have seen, all you have to do is hit !bracket to check out what the bracket is, select the 70-star tournament. It's held almost like the World Cup, where you have multiple groups. Currently in Group F. So I'm kind of interested to see how this tournament's going to go.
It's kind of like I always use Melee as a reference, but it's kind of like a Melee major. They always start with groups like pools, I guess, where you fight people in your pool, and then only the top players advance into bracket. But
in this group, for Group F, we talked about we have Zine64, SuperViperT302, who is currently competing right now, JJsrl as well, and the man, the myth, the legend, Sagotu, also.
keyboard warrior.
I don't. Him and Shans, between those two, it's just phenomenal what they can do with the keyboard. I don't get it.
Yeah. I would say Sagotu is he's like the classic keyboard player. You know, has a really good 120-star PB. I think that Sagotu was really like the first one to kind of come out with that going on.
With that change.
Yep.
Looks like the runner's trying to get started. Little technical difficulty, but we should see the action here in just a moment.
Yep.
Oh,
sorry.
I was going to say, you were talking about these keyboard warriors and talking with Shans. It was really interesting learning how to maneuver the camera around, because you don't really have a thumbstick. You've got keys, so you have to manipulate latitude to be able to line up your particular strat or what you're going to do, and I think that's super interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. And JJ getting right into it. English going to be playing the fastest version for 70-star. There is about a 2-second. Wait, no, I think it was more than. Okay, we thought it was like 1 second. I think it's actually like 4 seconds.
I think it is as well.
That's what I heard, which is pretty crazy.
And it's interesting because the 16-star is always run on the Japanese version. The 120 is always on the Japanese version, but 70 is quicker on US.
Yeah, there's actually some weird differences. Like English, it's faster for 0-star as well, though.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's because it's faster. It's faster for 0-star, but it's slightly slower for 1-star, because there's a text that you get when you're doing the LBLJ into Dar Docs in 0-star. That's faster on English, but you don't get it in 1-star optimally.
Now, and it's interesting talking with the runners before the race, kind of learning what their routing is. Both of them were focused on derusting specifically before the race started. I think that we're going to see some interesting routes coming up here just around CCM.
Yeah, well, actually, both players, they're going for CCM 18, so the route deviation we won't see until after Lethal Lava Land. JJ will be going to Dar Docks, and SuperViper will be going to Hazy Maze Cave.
And it's super interesting. I know a lot of the high impact runners do HMC late, particularly for 70-star versus the noob or the beginner route, which you just do HMC as the game progresses. So I know it's only a 1-second time save. What do you know about that?
Okay, so the reason why it saves a second is because we're going to see SuperViper going for SL Reds. We're going to see JJ instead go for he'll be going down to the basement again. He can get the second MIP star, and that's just a little bit faster because you don't get a stage exit when you get that star, and it basically just all the extra movement with the MIP star just ends up being a little bit faster than SL Reds. Usually we see CCM 17 from players that do HMC late, and that'll save quite a bit more, but you'll have to do SSL secrets. But if you also didn't want to do HMC late, you could do like CCM 17 with like THI Reds, and that would be faster than CCM 18 with HMC late. There's actually like 5 like effective 70-star routes you can do or something like that, and they're all fairly close together.
And it's interesting learning about those thought processes. We saw JJ in the nonstop 70 tournament. And one of the biggest things that I noticed throughout that tournament is watching these guys perform on the level that they do. That muscle memory tends to kick in. So I'm interested to see after this derusting how both of these runners kind of combat that with running these separate routes.
And we see, JJ with a half cycle on the 100 coin, but we saw SuperViper with a kind of, it is a full cycle. It's kind of like the halfway in between half cycle and the completely best cycle. You can grab 5 more coins at the beginning, but SuperViper not opting to do that.
Right.
And actually, that's quite interesting because I was thinking, SuperViper and JJ kind of represent 2 slightly different, forms here of play. JJ tries to go as fast as he can within reason, but Super Viper, he likes to dial it back in favor of not making many mistakes. And that's why JJ, he was like, oh yeah, I'm hoping that Super Viper, just doesn't, play to his consistency in this race, because he knows it too. Super Viper, very consistent, which makes him a force to be reckoned with in races. He actually took down Paracusia in the 120-star tournament, which was the biggest upset of that tournament for sure.
Absolutely.
Paracusia was seeded 3rd. And Super Viper, he actually wasn't originally in the Invitational. Drogi had to drop out, and Super Viper came in last minute, which was really cool that he came in and took down Seed 3 and made it as far as he did.
But it's pretty excellent watching both of these runners looking at their movement with deliberation. Super Viper very deliberate in his movement. JJ not as confident in the beginning, but he seems to be picking up a little steam, which allowed Super Viper to catch up just a little bit. He was one solid star behind just a few minutes ago. Now, I would count maybe 10 to 15 seconds.
Super Viper's actually ahead of JJ, though it doesn't look like it. It's because Super Viper, actually, he already did the first slide star. And that takes about like 45 seconds or so. And the Womp Star takes less time than that. So
and that's what's interesting is watching, specifically in 70 star. We talked about the deviations earlier. I know that some of the runners elect to go ahead and do one of those slide stars first, and then go back to kind of save the time going up the stairs again. And I like seeing that. I like seeing the diversity between these two runners.
Yep, it's fairly common to see people do either Womps first or slide first. I'd say it probably goes about 50-50, though I argue that if it's a race, you should definitely do slide first because you save a second for free.
For sure.
People like to do Womps first, though, because of resetting. They want to, if they're going to reset over one of the big 3 in Womps, whether it's Canalus, Owlus, or 100 coin, they want to be able to do that 45 seconds earlier. So it's kind of like a time save versus, I don't know, getting to the hard stuff faster kind of mentality.
Womp's the run killer for sure. See Super Viper going back up for that second slide star now.
Yep. And we see him with, it looks to be like an 8-second lead or so over JJ.
And we know 8 seconds is almost nothing. That's a small minor mistake. That's missing a long jump. That's mistiming a triple jump. Missing the star there. That'll give JJ a little bit of time.
JJ also 12-7, 12-6 on the slide, saving time over Super Viper for sure.
Now we talked about it earlier. I know that Super Viper, I believe, is currently ranked 41st in 70 star. With JJ, now I'm not sure if you know this. JJ has not been running for very long, correct?
Not necessarily. JJ's been playing Super Mario 64 on and off for years. He's more of traditionally known as a Super Mario Sunshine runner, though. And
that makes sense.
Yeah, JJ Moore has just branched out into Super Mario 64 over time.
And it looks like JJ's posted a 51-10 on the leaderboards as well. So definitely 2 super competitive runners going today.
Yeah, I'd say that the ball is definitely in Super Viper's court, but it's not without. It's not out of the scope for JJ to pull off a win here.
It's all about consistency.
Oh, Super Viper getting burned, but he is going for the backup Shigeru cycle movement. If you can grab that red while running while getting burnt, you can pull it off. He'll need to pull off a nice speed kick here too. Yep, he's still on pace for Shigeru cycle, so no big problems here. Probably wasn't going for Zaya cycle, so he's not really missing out on anything. And JJ, he's on nice pace for Shigeru cycle as well. Super Viper, he's actually doing the Poverty Shig cycle movement, which is, it's actually faster, but we call it Poverty cycle for, I don't know why.
The poor cycle.
Super Viper, he's dead. And
wow.
I was going to touch on it, but I didn't. Dark World, it's early on, and if you die late in, you lose a massive amount of time. That's like 45 seconds gone from Super Viper. And I just did touch on it because SuperViper is such a consistent player that I really didn't think it was going to happen.
Sure.
But
Well, Dark World is so movement based. It's any small mistake, like we mentioned before.
oh,
with
yeah,
the bonk all the way down.
early on the elevator.
That's all right. We'll see how it affects the rest of his run for sure. We know that hits like that coming from runners, it can take a toll on the rest of your run.
The thing about Dark World is it's pretty similar to like a tippy stage where like a mistake just kills you. You don't really see that from the early stages in Super Mario 64, except Dark World just is like strangely there. It looks like we're having some sort of technical difficulties.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, we're back. I don't know if that was for anyone else, but we can see the game.
We can see the game now. JJ heading into BOB.
Yep.
Super Viper wrapping up his Dark World experience. A little bit rough for him, so he's going to have to play really well or hope that JJ kind of slips up with JJ taking this advantage.
Yeah, I'd still say that, you know, Super Viper, if he plays really well, he can definitely make up the deficit, but JJ definitely has the ball in his court right now. And JJ also, he has a slightly faster route, which should help him even more. Thinking about it, actually, Super Viper, he does slide first, but JJ does HMC late, so the routes actually end up being about the same.
Heading into that cool mountain. I don't know what makes it so cool other than the weather, to be perfectly honest.
I don't know. It's the snow.
It's the snow. It's not the fact that, you know, it triggers you as you go through, that penguin just... That's not what it is?
No, that wouldn't be cool. That'd be uncool if you...
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Commentators kind of going off the rail a little bit, but that's okay. JJ hitting that first slide star with ease. You know, the key to that first slide star is definitely getting enough speed, that long jump, that Mario cam right in the beginning, sliding along that wall and falling off. It's one of the stars that early beginners kind of struggle with because they watch the video, it looks easy, and these guys make it look easy, but it can be difficult.
It sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Absolutely.
I don't want to throw any shots, but it kind of like that perspective sounds like one I haven't really felt.
I'm cool with that.
But JJ going for wall kicks will work here. It's actually really interesting that he does slide first before wall kicks will work. Usually, we'll see people go for wall kicks will work first. And Super Viper rocking an easier strat here. No possibility of death. It is a couple seconds slower. JJ gonna be getting the penguin, collecting him, and turning him in for a discount.
A discount of?
I don't know.
Oh. That's the discounted star is what that is, I guess.
Yeah.
Flipping around, Viper, Super Viper following up with his Penguin Star, desperately trying to make up for that time lost in Dark World. He can do it. We talked about how consistent he is as a player, how phenomenal he is whenever he's going through. You know, he does have a slightly better 70 star time, but both of these gentlemen have not really been running 70 star recently.
And here we have JJ going into CCM 100 coin. It's actually quite interesting. With the penguin race, 100 coin is actually a little bit scarier in 70 star because if they miss more than... Oh, JJ's going for the safety point. So yeah, that also shows it. If you do the normal route for 100 coin and you miss more than one coin, you're going to be losing a massive amount of time because you have to re-race the penguin.
Right.
And now JJ, he can miss up to 3. So normal, the normal fast 70 star routes that you see nowadays is CCM 17. So what actually happens is you'll be doing the slide star with 100 coin. JJ already missing 2 coins.
Okay.
So he can only miss 1 more now.
Now at the end of this...
Oh wait, no. Okay, no. He has more than that, I think.
All right, he's got 86, so he can still get that long jump here at the end. Anything above that, the long jump just quite won't make it, and you're going to have to back up, turn around, and happy kick all the way back up to the star.
Why is it a happy kick?
Um,
There's nothing happy about it.
There's nothing happy about it. Yeah, I could see that. We try to bring positivity and light into such a horrid situation. That's what it is. Commentators just making up stuff as we go. That's how we do it here in GSA.
Hey, I don't know. Speak for yourself. I don't think I've made anything up.
It's only me. It's only me.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Commentator
55.
trying to back up his actions by dragging other commentators down.
Absolutely. I'm in this boat alone.
So
I'm
Super
sailing on this
Viper,
boat.
he's good on coins, misses that one on purpose.
He's got that 85 as we talked about before. Easy long jump for him. Now we have seen before. It's
Ooh, Super
almost
Viper
kind
with
of
a nice lag reduction that JJ didn't have. Actually, not many people would notice that, but he doesn't have to turn his camera to jump into the star.
It's kind of interesting. That big penguin will knock you off, and another triggered moment in CCM for sure.
Yeah, sometimes you'll grab the star, but you'll be in the death pit.
JJ headed back into Big Boo's haunt.
Yeah, interesting that he takes out haunted books early. I'd say that that's the easiest star here. I generally like to do a hard star, or like the hard stars before I do the easy stars if possible.
Now, I don't know about you, but as a kid, the piano scared the heck out of me. You know,
Yeah,
you
that's
sneak up on it and just chong, 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 you know.
That's a pretty top meme. I've seen like a bunch of like posts on the internet, like what scared you the most as a child, and people are like the piano from Super Mario 64.
From SM64.
No, but it's true though. The piano was really scary.
Because you didn't expect it.
Doing
Viper taking a
doing
little
red
bit of a bonk there.
doing red coins was really tough.
All right,
It's like
JJ
a
finishing
red
up
coin
with the
behind
BBH.
the piano for anyone who doesn't know.
But you have to let the piano scare you. If you don't expect it, I mean, it's loud. I did my best impression, but it was absolutely terrible.
Actually, piranha plants were pretty scary as a kid too. Like you'd
Really?
slowly go up on them, and it'd have like the lullaby song. But if you get like too close, all of a sudden they're like trying to kill you.
I can see that. The lullaby song to me is a little bit scary by itself, almost like those old Freddy Krueger movies. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I think that's.
Maybe it's just me.
But JJ going into SSL now, probably gonna be going for pillarless here, which can be a big deal.
It really can. It's not like bomb clip. It's something that it's very well
All right,
timed.
JJ. He's got big bomb. Let's see what he's got. Glitchy double jump here. He's good to go. Needs to get the ground pound in very smooth.
And easy.
That was probably like, I don't know, probably like an 18-second, 17-second pillarless. It was pretty solid.
Guys making it look easy as usual.
And now Super Viper, he's behind by a little bit here. The thing that's good for JJ is that he has the hardest star in basement out of the way already, but Super Viper, not quite an SSL yet. Let's see what he's got. Interestingly enough, if you bounce off of that fly guy while holding neutral, you'll preserve more of your speed.
Really?
But yeah, but as soon as you touch the analog stick again, you lose that speed again, like at the same rate. So what you'll do is you'll bounce off of the fly guy and hold neutral for as long as possible, but then like start holding the analog stick so that you actually touch the bird. And Super Viper with a nice pillarless.
Straight in.
Right,
JJ finishing up here.
Quick shining atop the pyramid. One of the easiest stars in the game for sure. That's why it's always done last.
Alrighty, JJ heading into Lethal Lava Land. Now, LLL, or Land, as I call it.
Yeah, land.
Land. Can go hard as well. Very movement intensive.
I'd say that the one thing in 70 star that's really on the plate that you don't have in the back of your mind in 120 star is the lava boost to go to the top of the volcano. And there's many different ways that people do that. I think that we'll see JJ rocking the long jump boost, which is somewhere, in the middle as far as difficulty and speed is concerned. The easiest you'll see is the triple jump, and then a long jump is, somewhere around the middle line, and then there's the crazy, 16-star boost that you'll see as well for some players.
JJ getting bullied just a little bit. He was able to recover fairly quickly. not quite able to get all 3 off at the same time, had to kick the last one off, but grabbing that star with ease as usual.
All right, Super Viper, quite a bit of time save there with JJ on hot log rolling, probably a few seconds.
Now, does it save time to clip the top of the grate like that and fall into the star?
Yeah, you want to clip the fence. Oh, JJ, he's rocking the all long jumps for red coins here in Lethal Lava Land. That's only a few tenths of a second slower, actually, and quite a bit safer. Super Viper is going for a lava boost, and he's rocking the triple jump. Crazy. That's super consistent. Oh, he even goes all the way to the back next to the bull. Yeah. Super Viper really doesn't want to fail his boost here. I'm thinking that we're going to see JJ save a few seconds here on this star if he nails it. Goes for the pro movement going into Volcano, but screws up a little bit. Platform, you know, rotating still while he's taking extra time, and he has an extra ledge grab. Yeah, JJ is doing long jump push, but he fails it. What he'll probably do is he'll do the elevator tours back up here. So a few seconds lost, but JJ with a nice backup.
We talked about the differences in lava boost going between either a triple jump or the long jump. Looks like Super Viper also getting bullied a little bit by that last bully, but grabbing the star nonetheless. Let's see what we have coming from JJ, reattempting this lava boost.
Yeah, and also the movement going into Volcano is what he'll be reattempting as well. He lost a few seconds here earlier. All right, that's a much better long jump. That'll play.
Straight in.
And now let's see what we got. Oh no, that's another fail. What we'll probably see is he'll just go up the Volcano, and it doesn't lose as much time as you might think. I think it's in the realm of 15 seconds, which is it's actually a lot in terms of Super Mario 64, but it's really not as much as you'd think. Oh, JJ, what he wanted there was he wanted the pole grab, but if you land at the bottom of the poles, Mario will just kind of like walk under them, and that's actually a lot of players do that on purpose because it's a faster ending to kind of grab that pole at the bottom, and you can either do that and like walk onto the next pole and then jump kick off of it, or what you can do is you can do an angled long jump into the wall and then wall kick off to the end. It's a few seconds faster than the double pole grabs.
Now, we saw that a lot in Nonstop 70. I know. Do you think that could be his experience with that category, and why he has that experience over Super Viper?
I think that maybe we would have seen JJ go for it if he got the actual like lava waterfall boost, because like the spacing is different. Like if you go for a good ending on your boost, you're gonna be like at the end of those line of coins, and you'll be going from zero speed, and it makes it kind of easy to line it up. But because he was going like up the Volcano, and he didn't have to stop for 100 coin, and he didn't have like to stop to regain his composure after burning his butt, I'm guessing he just kind of went for a safer ending.
The old booty burn. Now, this is where we talked about earlier, seeing those routes kind of diverge. Super Viper going ahead and doing HMC. JJ
Triple
will
box
be doing...
jump attempt from Super Viper, and that's a miss. Second try, and he gets it. So that's still very good. Almost looked like he held back a little bit too much there, but it still worked out. What happens is if you keep holding like forward that whole time after clipping, you'll actually die.
You'll hit that kill zone.
Yeah. JJ struggled quite a bit here on chests. That's a few seconds gone for sure. JJ is definitely still in the driver's seat though, but we won't see the routes converge until they are going into Tippy.
Right.
And that's going to be at 58 stars. I think both are going to be doing TikTok Clock 100 coin.
Now, we know that Tippy is the game changer, is the run killer. With these two seasoned runners, you know, I'm not convinced that it's going to have a huge effect on this race.
I say it's going to have a huge effect on this race.
Really?
Yeah, Tippy's always a lot of sauce. I mean, we saw Cheese and Punkation and 120 star, and Cheese took the race because Punkay died on TikTok Clock 100 coins, and like you wouldn't think that would happen, and that's why Tippy's always on the table. But I would say that we really want to look towards Fire Sea, I think, soon, because it won't be too long until either player's in there. And, you know, usually we won't see both players get a lava boost early Ellie's in Fire Sea, which is a massive time save. And, you know, that can do a lot to the lead.
And we talked about earlier how, you know, JJ goes for those, just kind of goes for it while, you know, SuperViper remains consistent. Hopefully, SuperViper having to dodge some RNG. But
oh no, okay, JJ doing a second pass for the ring, that was super smart. Barely nudges it before it disappears. That could have been really bad. The Manta rings, you know, when they spawn again.
Right.
Pretty tough, but the main thing is if JJ misses that one ring, it means that he has to completely repeat all 5. But we'll definitely see both players go for lava boost here. JJ entering first. Let's see what he's got going here. Very nice start.
Very, very nice.
He's on a Hori, I believe. No, wait, no. Actually, I think he might be on N64 controller. I'm not sure. I think I've seen him on N64 controller, but I think he plays with Hori. Maybe not. I know Ouija used to play with Hori, but that long jump that he did. Oh no. Okay, he misses the triple jump, but with the side flip wall kick, you can still barely make it if it's fast enough. But he does too hard on the rollout. So JJ gonna have to commit to regular early cycle, not just lava boost. He can make it though, but it's just he won't get the good ending.
Right. Now you talked about Ouija used to run on a Hori until an unfortunate accident with his Hori.
With his face hitting the control.
Right.
Ouija, he's switched controllers multiple times. It's actually like crazy.
Missing that red there.
It's crazy how Ouija can actually switch between N64 and Hori so efficiently. For me, I actually switched from N64 to Hori, and I can't imagine just going back and forth all the time. I'm actually kind of weird. I feel like most people switch the other direction from Hori to N64 controller.
Right.
It was more of like a hands issue. My hands just couldn't handle the controllers.
And that's what we see, you know, like Lunar Jump, and a lot of your higher performance runners strictly use a Hori for Bowser throws.
Oh yeah, because it'll wear out your stick if you have a traditional stick, because the way it works is you have a plastic bowl that the plastic stick sits in. So as you push the stick up against the bowl, the two plastics collide, and it causes a lot of friction, and friction causes heat, and it literally like melts the stick in the bowl, like it like grinds it into dust.
So you're kind of explaining my childhood on how my sticks were all dusty as a kid. I appreciate that, Pity.
Yep, it's like the Mario Party effect. It had all those spinning mini games, and I guess Nintendo didn't foresee the stick just degrading over time. I'm guessing their engineers did, but yeah.
JJ heading upstairs while SuperViper is going to be playing with his Manta Ray.
This looks good from SuperViper.
Oh,
he misses his 5th, but he can turn and still make it. Okay, very nice. Good save from SuperViper. JJ, he misses a coin early on here, but you have a spare in Let Dry World 100 with secrets, so he still doesn't have to go for any backup boxes yet. The problem is you usually want to have the safety coin before the blue switch, because there's a lot of RNG from these boxes. It's mostly the last box I feel like I really want the extra coin for.
Right, you have the star animation that's happening at the last box, so sometimes it can kind of throw your jump off just a little bit.
Well, it's mostly because if you miss a coin, it'll fall off and it'll go all the way down. Okay, JJ. Okay, nice adjustment for the coins that were flying there. All right, let's see what we got from SuperViper here. I wasn't really paying attention too much. Bully in his way. Yeah, he's just going to be going for regular early Ellie's as well. So no time save for SuperViper over JJ, but he might have a faster ending. SuperViper, he actually misses the cycle, was a little bit too late. That's actually going to turn into JJ's time save.
He thought, almost looked like he didn't think that he had that coin at first.
But the difference here is Super Viper can actually do good ending, but he gets burned by the flame shooter, so he's not going to be able to do good ending as well. He's just going to go for the double burn. Yeah, Fire C really punishes those mistakes hard. The time saves and the time losses are actually pretty big, even though they don't seem like it sometimes.
We talked about the movement-based courses, and Fire C definitely being one of those, focusing on cycles and because if not, you don't have that control of just being able to go faster. Looks like
JJ fails his wall kick. Second try here. He does side foot wall kick though. It's a little safer, but yeah, he fails. He's still able to land on the elevator. Sometimes people will have like an angle so bad that they can't save it. And yeah, Fire C, it's a unique stage. It's basically like a minute of straight movement, and if you want to make the best cycle, it forces like really high level play the whole time.
Right.
With one mistake netting you like a disproportionate time loss, which is fairly interesting. It's kind of like a WOMPS 100, but like it's harder to do properly as well to make the best cycle, and it like lasts for longer.
Super Viper headed upstairs to tackle Wet Dry World right now. Now again, if you're just joining us, both of our runners here in this Group F 70-star match doing slightly different routes. One of the things that Super Viper has over JJ, he's already completed HMC, so don't let that fool you at all.
Yeah, well, JJ's like, Super Viper goes for the triple jump wall kick, but fails. I don't know if that's actually his regular strat. Might be, digging into the never-ending encyclopedia of Mario strats to try to save some time. Maybe he feels like JJ's ahead, but yeah, JJ's definitely ahead, still in the driver's seat. HMC late, like it saves a good amount of time. Basically, what ends up happening is when JJ's on HMC and Super Viper is on SL, is when we'll probably see them converge, and HMC late, I think, is a faster split.
JJ hitting that slide, grabbing that star like it owed him some money.
Super Viper, not very good RNG on the Skeeter there. But he still has that backup coin. Oh, okay. Interesting camera work from Super Viper. Yeah, he wasn't really quite sure what he's doing. He loses that backup coin.
Very, very different.
Side flip from JJ. I don't think he meant to do that.
I don't think so either. Super Viper trying to wrap up this 100-coin Wet Dry World.
Oh, super good RNG on that box. Everything was together. Didn't have to worry about anything. This is the Chuckya. Second try will work, though. Interestingly, he actually turned with the Chuckya in hand a little bit, but he didn't have to do that. Probably just worried about maybe a coin flying off.
Now, I'm interested to see if we are going to see some, different strats like you talked about, that encyclopedia of Super Mario 64 strats. I'm interested to see if Super Viper's kind of feeling that pressure a little bit and attempting to do some things that are kind of outside of the norm for him, maybe a little outside of the comfort zone, just to make up that minute amount of time right now.
Yeah, Super Viper, I'm pretty sure that he has more hours in the game, so he should probably have a bigger strat pool to pull from. And I'd say that JJ, he probably just has, like, his regular game plan, and I don't know. I don't think that JJ would probably change how he plays, whether he's ahead or behind, but Super Viper, he seems like the kind of player that would, step it up if he needs to. Not that JJ doesn't step it up. I don't think that he goes super ham or he goes super safe. But JJ, fails the mountain clip. Well, he does it, but he pops out of the water in a way he doesn't like with a bad camera, so he just opts to not do log wall kick. And then he does breathtaking view from the bridge first. that is actually something that you want to do in 70 star, because what happens is when you do the top of the mountain star first, you get the monkey cage that spawns, and that causes lag. You can also do the top of the mountain first and then scroll back on star select as well. Oh, okay, JJ, he's just not rocking log wall kick.
Wall kick.
So it's about a second each time.
Grabbing that top of the mountain star here, just as Super Viper is. Ooh, he gets the ledge grab.
Mm-hmm.
But he's able to grab the star.
He was on the left side, though, so you can do a quick get up. If you're on the far right side, though, you have to do a slow get up or else he'll teleport away. And JJ looks like he is going for TTM Reds here, but he's in the water. We'll probably see the box star as a backup because, yep, he's going to be doing that. It's because his speed is a little weird. Oh, interesting camera from JJ.
Camera angle for sure.
Yeah, doesn't quite work out. I don't know what that was. That actually might be how he normally does it. I'm not quite sure. Some people rock different cameras there. I know I personally like to rock the camera slightly to the side. Some people like to rock the camera like facing forwards. All right, JJ going for TTM Reds. This is a pretty safe looking Reds here from JJ. That's about as safe as it goes for the... Yeah, this is about as safe as it goes for the whole star, really. Oh, misses the side flip on. Does it a little bit too early.
Those mushrooms as a kid used to terrify me. I would hop from one to one as slowly as I could.
Some runners do that. You know, when you're doing it really quickly, you have a whole lot of speed, so you need to like time your dives properly and have it. Really, it's about like the direction Mario's facing and the direction that you hold on your stick, though. Yeah, JJ. It looks like he normally rocks his camera to the side here, more traditional. He must have just screwed up his camera a little bit.
Super Viper about to head into Tall Mountain.
Yep, and we're gonna see JJ on his way out in just a second here. The death really hurt JJ here in TTM. I think he's still slightly in the lead, but it's hard to say.
Using that breeze to get up and get this final star here. We've seen a lot of runners here recently going for that breezeless star. However,
it's actually quite interesting because breezeless is around a high 7, low 8 in timing, but if you take the breeze successfully, like optimally, you can do it in like a low 11 or a high 10 second. So breezeless only saves a couple seconds if you can do the breeze optimally. And I think that Super Viper will probably see him skip breezeless, but I'm not quite sure.
He is rocking that log wall kick.
It doesn't lose much to go for it, though. Yep, the log wall kicks will save him a couple seconds over the course of the stage. And JJ, he aces Snowman's head, and he is on to roll from the freezing pond here. Definitely the second hardest star in 70 star. Ooh, that was a nice blind jump onto the box. JJ rocking the good strats here.
Definitely, when you look at these particular stars, a lot of the ones that these high-level runners are executing, they do make it look so easy. Just to be able to long jump over, knowing exactly how you're going to slide. And we definitely saw JJ's experience with the game whenever he was able to jump and just do a simple ground pound to get that star.
JJ, no ground pound on that star. That's actually the thing that you want there is you want a ground pound so that you fall faster. So JJ actually had a little bit of hang time. The big one that you'll see is like TikTok clock Reds. That ground pound that saves like a second.
Now for that particular star, a lot of times I see runners after they knock that bully off, they're doing 2 jumps backwards and then follow up with their ground pound as well.
Yeah, people end it differently. It doesn't really matter as long as you're in the right spot and you're like as low as possible and ground pounding. So what you do to get in position isn't really a big deal. I don't think I do the single hops. I think I just kind of like roll out holding back. I don't know. It's hard to think about like on the spot.
Now this is what we talked about, those the different routes. We're going to see getting that second MIP star right now, and then watch JJ head into HMC.
Yep. The difference here is we'll see Super Viper taking care of red coins in SL, and we get a whole lot of extra castle movement from JJ. Oh, Super Viper completely misses. You know, going for Somat's head here, but that was a super quick-witted backup. Just takes the momentum that he has and goes straight to the other side of the pond.
Going to go ahead and back up with these SL reds that you were just discussing.
The thing is, because it would have been slower for him to go for the star. It was like a lot better for him to continue his movement over to the shell.
Having a little trouble with that last red coin. Had to double back and grab it again, but now finishing up. Triple box jump. Oh,
yeah. Triple box jump is kind of a bop sometimes, but JJ actually that was a super good backup. Usually, the first attempt at HMC box triple jump is going to be your best attempt because the camera's normal.
Right.
It relies on like a Mario Cam C down style camera, so if you fail, you'll have to readjust.
Super Viper grabbing the top of the snowman's head the second try. Was able to get it through.
He really didn't lose that much from his failure. Less than 10 seconds for sure.
About the Christmas Miracle Star here, and that dive at the end, you can attempt a side flip to get up there. However, you will not hit that switch, and you'll have to do the backup of the double
You can
jump.
actually do it with a side flip. It's just harder. The thing about it that makes it work is how high you are on the wall when you wall kick to go into the clip. So you can do it if it's a max height side flip, but it's a lot harder than just doing a triple jump.
Right. The backup for it doesn't really waste a lot of time, but I mean it's time that
it's a couple seconds. It's a couple seconds for sure. It's not massive, but it's sizable. It's those kind of differences that really start to add up over time.
Right.
And JJ, he only has one more star here in HMC, and then he's going up. And same with Super Viper. Super Viper, you know, actually pulling into the lead here.
See, now that's the strat that I'm used to seeing, where it's just a simple kind of bunny hop twice back into a ground pound to line you up with the star. JJ getting good RNG from those rolling rocks, not getting booty bopped at all.
Yeah, Super Viper crept up on JJ here. I think that, you know, HMC, the triple box jump, probably hurt him a little bit. I guess it was probably the TTM death that really did him in, though. And
both of our runners heading to Tippy.
Yep, it's gonna come down to Tippy like it always does, especially in 70 star. It's so short that there aren't as many mistakes as you can make in say like 120 before you get here. And we see Super Viper going for Lakitu bounce here. The very traditional Lakitu bounce where you do like the big side flip, double jump, triple jump. There's basically three strats for Lakitu bounce that you can do. There's this one that both players I see rocking. There's a slightly faster one that Cheese does, and then there's a faster one than that does glitchy wall kick.
Now, as our runners are heading into Rainbow Ride, I do want to talk about one more time the sponsor for this tournament and a lot of the other GSA tournaments. It's going to be Vi.gg, where you can bet legally, of course, if it's available in your country, to bet on any of the tournaments that are going on right now. All you have to do is hit !bet, or you can click down in the panel right below the stream. Check them out. They're doing a great job in putting on this amazing content day after day on GSA.
Yep. Go sign up. Sponsors, money, things,
stuff.
Yeah, do it.
You know, there are what's allowing so many tournaments going on. You know, we had this tournament going on. We've got some Super Metroid stuff. We have Double Dash. We've got all of this crazy stuff going on right here on this channel. So make sure you check that out. If you want to check out the schedule to see what's going on, hit !schedule. It'll pop up. Give as much information as you could possibly ever want. All right, Super Viper with that triple jump swag into Rainbow Ride. Heading up, going after reds.
Yep, looks like JJ's going for a safe, tricky triangles here, which is a couple seconds
Ooh.
slower than a good one. Yeah, Super Viper, small mistake, but definitely still in the lead here. JJ will have to re-enter for swinging the breeze. I'd say that what will probably happen is it'll come down to Sky.
I
There's
think so
definitely
as well.
there's a high possibility that either player does in TikTok clock, but oh, JJ, he actually falls trying to go for the triple jump wall kick here. Oh wait, no, I guess he did swing in the breeze and he's going for reds. I'm not sure. I thought I saw him do reds though.
I thought I saw him do reds as well.
I think what actually happened was JJ he he went for the triple jump wall kick out of muscle memory, and then maybe he realized it like partway through and then backed off, and then he ended up dying. But yeah, it'll probably come down to Sky, especially in 70 star. You know, you have that triple jump wall kick on the table that isn't really on there when you're doing red coins.
Got Super Viper working on that 100 coin here in TikTok clock. Very movement based, as we discussed earlier when we were talking about Dark World. Super movement based, but that's where that muscle memory, that's where the experience of these runners kick in.
Super Viper opting to not do the box kick. I've seen him actually here in TikTok clock 100 coin doing a lot of consistency strats. You know, he does like the long jump wall kick to avoid going on the triangle boxes. He doesn't do the box kick. He'll probably play it safe on these wall kicks too.
TikTok clock is definitely where the rubber meets the road in these longer categories, your 70 star and your 120. The consistency throughout the run has a huge effect, but any mistake in TikTok clock or Rainbow Ride in Tippy at all can affect the rest of the run.
Yeah, TikTok clock mistakes are usually met with you falling down and the whole middle of the stage. Okay, yeah, Super Viper, he completely fails the triple jump, but he's going for moving reds as a backup, which is actually pretty interesting. It can be super saucy if you get it, but it's also really hard. Okay, Super Viper, pulling out the moving reds and the dive into the star. Super nice.
Look at that swag.
Yeah, that was
Very good backup.
super fast. Actually thought like, okay, this could be JJ's moment, you know, to catch up on Super Viper, but that was a supreme backup from him.
Amazing. And that just shows his experience in being able to back it up.
All right, and we see Super Viper getting the triple jump wall kick that time. Yeah, I think Super Viper, what he does is he does get a hand first and then he like makes his way up, but I don't agree with that at all in TikTok clock. Because if you fall down while going for roll into the cage, sometimes you'll go down to get a hand. And the same thing with pendulums.
There's definitely a couple of different schools of thought. You know, some of the thought process is go ahead and start at the top star and work your way down. So if you do fall, you do have backups. But I have seen runners where they start from the bottom and head up to the top.
It doesn't matter if you don't fail, but the problem is like it'll happen eventually where you're going for you do the bottom stars first and then you go for the top stars and you fall, and then you could have done a bottom star as a backup. Okay, Super Viper goes in, time moving here, and he kind of screws up his movement going for the triple jump wall kick here, and then he has to do, you know, the normal non-triple jump wall kick movement as a backup, but very familiar with it. I mean, any player that knows the time moving triple jump wall kick is gonna know, you know, that movement as a backup because everyone's failed it in the past, I'm sure.
Almost syncing up here at this point.
So interestingly enough, Super Viper, he already has reds done because he did them time moving, so this will be his last star here.
Ooh.
Super Viper trying to get that triple jump wall kick to work. And JJ, no ground pound here. He's going to be falling for a while.
Just with the height of that star, you do lose a little bit of time without the ground pound because you're just floating down to the ground.
I think that we saw JJ do Toad before TikTok Hawk. Oh, wait, no.
Yes.
It looks like Hold on. No. No, I don't think he did actually. Hold on a second.
Let's have the commentators do some quick math here.
He did red. Yeah, it's because these players both doing reds early is just like throwing me off with calculations here. But yeah, he still has to do Toad. It's actually slightly faster to do Toad after TikTok clock if you do the movement afterwards properly. It's Super Viper with the punch, trying to do dive rollout, but not quite the speed he wanted. He's in the lead by probably a good 30 seconds. A fall on triple jump wall kick will change the story, though. Super Viper going to be losing a couple cycles there because of losing all his speed there on that steep slope. So a couple seconds JJ can make up there. We also might see Super Viper go for the pole. Now looks like he's going for triple jump wall kick, non-moving left side. All right, he's up there.
He grabs it.
Yep, it's gonna have to come down to throws for JJ. Oh, accidental dive. Interesting wall kick off the elevator. Okay, JJ trying to do this backup movement. Yeah, Super Viper definitely in the driver's seat. He'll have to miss probably like 4 throws. JJ,
we're looking at
for triple jump wall kick as well from the left without moving. Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
and he takes the dive
off the edge. It's quite a bit harder than you might think. You don't have a whole lot of space for the triple jump there. JJ has to wait for the platform. Super Viper 2 throws in, 1 more, and he is donezo. And that's a miss. JJ still failing the triple jump wall kick though. Still failing the triple jump wall kick though, falling all the way down. Yep, Super Viper. Okay, that is it for him. Nailing that mid 51, which is a fairly decent no reset run. Especially if you consider the fact that he died in Dark World and lost like 45 seconds at the beginning of this race. That was super good. Very nice from Super Viper.
51-27, just as JJ finishes up. Now, we talked about if you want to see what's going on in this 70-star tournament, we're currently in the group stage. Just hit ! schedule. It'll bring up a list of all of the groups, all of the greats from the game. 51-27, just as JJ finishes up is what we're running
now, we talked. I think you meant bracket, probably, not schedule.
Yeah, excuse me, ! bracket. That's correct.
Yeah, but definitely do ! schedule. You know, see all the GSA events coming on soon. In about another hour, we'll have another race. Bro Mario versus Kaiman, which should be pretty interesting. Kaiman and Bro Mario, not a whole lot of tournament play recently.
So, how did I win? How did I win?
It looks like we've got both runners in the channel now.
Yep, Super Viper taking the win by about a minute. That early Dark World death looked pretty nasty, but still able to hold it together and come back and clinch the win. That was
I do not know how I was able to do that. I like actually hated myself after that Dark World death.
Yeah.
That was frustrating, but I don't know how I honestly, and then Fire C also, I was really disappointed with how my Fire C went. So like you had the nice moving reds backup though in TikTok clock. That was pretty swag. I've done that too much. I take pride in being good at that backup. I've done it way too much in my day, and I don't have to do it as often anymore, but I just have so much muscle memory with moving reds.
I would say that actually the race kind of came down to the deaths. I would say that the quality of play wasn't really that different between you two. You had the Dark World death, but JJ had a pretty bad TTM death. Yeah. He had a pretty bad Rainbow Ride death.
Right.
So I think all things considered,
how my tippy went overall, even though I lost like 30 seconds to what a really, really good tippy would be for me. Like, I'm actually kind of happy with how my tippy went.
Yeah, it's all about like just not falling in one of the pits and dying.
Right.
I honestly felt like I played. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly felt like I played out of my mind, except for Lethal Lava Land. All until TTM. I felt like
TTM was really the turning point. But
was I ahead into TTM?
You were definitely ahead and until you died on the box jump.
How far ahead was he?
It wasn't much because you were ahead after the death on box jump, and that star is only like 10 seconds. So, yep. So
I just want to ask real quickly, how close was it from my Dark World death? Like, how far behind was I from my Dark World death?
probably like 35 seconds.
Right.
That's not terrible.
So yeah, you know, kind of unfortunate, I guess, JJ. But you know, we have that, you know, that group stages, the group stage layout. So, you know, quite a few opportunities still to make it into bracket. Should be interesting to see. And you were
really
de-rusting, so it'll be nice to see if, you know, you can, you know, get back up to the level you were thinking you'd be at.
Yeah.
All right, real quickly before we go, I do want to plug something real quick. Next Saturday, I'm going to be running 70 Star along with Super Mario Galaxy 2 Any% and Pack-and-Roll Remix Any% for a charity marathon. I have no idea what charity it is, for Resort Fest Game On, which is sponsored by Resort Fest International, and it's going to be streamed on twitch.tv/Resort Fest International. It's also going to be the first time I've ever done marathon runs at a local event, so I will actually be attending KC GameCon at the KC Expo Center, Kansas City. So I'll be, if anybody lives around there and wants to meet me, you can just like head over there or something. And
All right. So, you know, Vi.gg, sponsoring this tournament. Everyone sign up for Vi.gg. Do it. Okay.
if you're old
Do it.
enough.
Bet. Get out there.
You have free time in between the next race. You know, it just takes a couple minutes. Sign up, man. Just do it, man. Okay. I'm gonna get fired if you don't sign up. So
Yes.
please do it if you like my commentary. All right. Well, we'll see you guys soon after a short break, and we'll be back in just a second with some Super Mario Odyssey. So stay tuned, everybody.
Sounds great.